CNN. In Uganda, two men face charges of aggravated homosexuality, a crime punishable by death under the country's controversial new anti-gay laws. A 20-year-old man in eastern Uganda's Soroti district was charged on August 18 for allegedly having illegal sexual intercourse with a 41-year-old disabled man, the director of prosecution told CNN. According to the criticized law, aggravated homosexuality includes incest, sexual intercourse with children, people with disabilities or the elderly. The law, passed in May, also bans same-sex marriage in Uganda and punishes same-sex acts with life imprisonment. Decades have passed since Uganda's last execution, but country's longtime president, Yoweri Museveni, threatened to reinstate the state's approval of death penalty in 2018. Lawyer Justine Balia, who represents 20-year-old man, told CNN that the penalties associated with law were completely disproportionate. Of course, this way of applying the law is completely unconstitutional because the law aims to criminalize consensual behavior among adults, she said. Video ad feedback LGBTQ men explains why life in Uganda is hell. 0420 source CNN. He said such cases could be tried after a long delay and he expected his client to remain in detention for an extended period of time. Balia said they represent a large number of people arrested for lesser crimes under the Anti-Homosexuality Act. The man arrested Soroti is second person charged with the death penalty in Uganda since law came into force May. According to Oki, last month another man in eastern Uganda's Jinja region was charged with aggravated homosexuality for allegedly having sexual relations with a 12-year-old boy of the same sex. Both men are custody and will appear in court September. Global condemnation. After a period of uncertainty when the bill was briefly sent to Parliament for review, Museveni approved the bill in May. The bill has received significant support from lawmakers, Christian and Muslim leaders in Uganda, and some social media commentators. But the decision has sparked global condemnation, raised fears within the LGBTQ community, and sparked legal battles. U.S. President Joe Biden called the law a tragic violation of universal human rights and also guided an assessment of his country's aid contributions and investments in Uganda. The U.S. also announced visa restrictions for Ugandan officials but did not name those affected. Earlier this month, the World Bank announced that it would not consider new loan requests from Uganda following the anti-gay law. The World Bank's decision comes just days after United Nations announced closure of its Human Rights Office in Uganda, which had operated for nearly 2 decades, in reference to local authorities' decision to end its mandate by UN rights body. Museveni opposed criticism of the anti-gay law and accused the World Bank of daring force his country to use money abandon our faith, culture, principles and sovereignty.